So normally when I'm setting up my depth shading contours, I like to go in 5-foot intervals on a normal man-made reservoir type of impoundment that's got quite a bit of depth change and some deep water around. But you know, you get to some lakes that are a little bit flatter, or even just a flatter area of a lot of our lakes. And sometimes a 5-foot contour interval, the whole flat that I'm fishing may all be the same color. Here's a little trick, and this is great like places like Florida, natural lakes. I'm simply going to go down here, bring my menu up, hit my 3 little dots, layers, water. Here's my depth shading, the 3 little dots. Okay, instead of 0 to 5, I'm going to make that 0 to 2, 0, 0, 0, 2 for my maximum depth range. Okay, now the next depth, instead of 5 to 10, I'm going to make that 2 to 4. So what I'm really doing is I'm setting my color intervals up at 2-foot intervals instead of 5, and that's going to allow me to see a lot more detail on shallow places. So I'm going to change my minimum depth here, 0, 0, 0, 2. And I'm going to set my max depth to 0, 0, 0, 4. And then I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to set the next one to minimum depth 0, 0, 0, 4. And the maximum depth on this one to 6. And I'm going to do a few more here. I'm going to set this one to 6 to 8. 0, 0, 0, 8. So now out to 8 feet, I have set up 2-foot intervals, and it really changes the detail that I can see up in this real shallow water. So on a 5-foot interval, I never would have seen that shallow, subtle little hump right there. All right. It just lets you see in greater detail. Look how this comes out and makes a little double point out here with deeper water feeding in on both sides. Now that's not deep water feeding in on both sides, it's just deeper. And that's all you're trying to do when you go to a narrower depth contour interval, is you're trying to see more detail in a flatter area. So a little trick for you in Florida, this will change your life.